It's your girl Queen Dee Dee. Yes, I'm back again. Listen, I'm only telling you what I have to do. I got this sent to me. Literally, I got this sent to me about 15 or 20 minutes ago. I didn't look at it yet. However, there's no name, there's no title, there's nothing. So I didn't want to listen to it. I don't know what this person, Abundance Williams, is saying. Something dealing with prayer. I'm going to take a listen at it because, as I said, if you send something to me, if anything about it catch my eye, I'm going to play it. The only problem with it is my reaction or my response. Don't get offended by it. It may be in your direction, and then again, it may not be. So because you send me something, don't expect me to just say, oh, I agree with you because you sent this. No, 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 no. So we're going to listen into this. This is Abundance Praise. This comment had 37,000 likes, 1,100 comments. It must be something good. I don't know. It was sent to me. Let's hear what Abundance has to say.
Work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? It's for one real simple reason. Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can have support, you can have affection. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect, this is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling. When a man wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason. Because let me be honest with you women, the men can work and provide for themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook, clean, and have sex, because he can get sex from multiple women. They're giving it out. A lot of them can cook and clean. Their mother taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. So why would a man go past what the culture is telling him and choose to have a wife? It's for one real simple reason. Because with a wife, you can now have love, you can have support, you can have affection. So if that is not what you're leading with in your relationships with men, is love, support, nurturing, and respect, this is why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning you gave him those things. But as you got into the relationship, you got bitter, you got resentful, you start seeing his flaws, start counting that against him, you start measuring him against other men, and now you're pulling. When a man
I'm confused. I'm confused. So the person that sent this to me clearly wants me to take the directions of a Proverb 31 woman. Y'all Bible verse readers, go look it up. There's nothing wrong with that. A Proverbs 31 woman, if those that don't know, that's a woman that get down on her knees and pray anytime her husband walk out the door. And then when he walk out the door and she get through praying, she get up and go to work too. And by the time he get back, she makes sure everything in the house is done, no matter despite the things that he's done. Because her job is to stay on her knees and pray that her husband come back home. Is that what you're telling me?
wants to get married, he's only getting married truly for one reason.
So if a man is only getting married truly for one reason, then maybe that man shouldn't get married, and your dumb ass shouldn't either. So you're telling me a man only gets married for one reason. So you're saying that a woman's job is to make sure that this man get everything that he need out of this woman. She need to cook. She need to clean. She need to be submissive. She need to be a Proverbs 31 woman. She need to get up and go to work. She need to take care of the children. She need to have dinner ready. She need to make sure the house clean. She need to raise those kids. She need to eat sometimes. She need to spend all her time with whatever he want done. And then she come next. You done lost your goddamn mind, lady. I don't know who you are, and I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing it. Y'all could listen. You could take my 30 years and you could shove it somewhere to where nobody smell it. At the end of the day, my marriage is on hold and pause because I put it there. I'll bring him on. I'll bring my husband on the show. I'll let you see it. I chose this line. I can still be married for 30 more years. I've seen a couple of comments about, oh, you could, that's why you miserable now. Miserable. Do you see me? I'm the classic example. I'm at peace. Don't misconstrue me trying to guide women in the right direction to finding them. What I'm focusing on is a woman finding her. I'm focusing on a woman have a voice, even if her voice is within her and she stop all the foolishness around her. This has nothing to do with separating from a husband or separating from a mate. That's not what my job is. I would never, ever, ever tell a woman to do that. So all you male chauvinistic, narcissistic men that's coming into my comments and making little statements, oh, you're crazy, you're delusional, you're trying to keep women from being together. No, I'm trying to keep her from your narcissistic asses. That's what I'm trying to do. Anytime I see a man make a comment to me on a video by Kevin Samuels, Corey Holcomb, all of these different men that just brutalize black women, and you come on my platform of me defending black women and call me wrong, that lets me know the type of mate you have at home or the type of mate you want at home. I don't know who this queen's supposed to be, but she better go and she better honor the throne on her own. Because one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to clean, I'm not going to be submissive. I'm not doing any of those things when a man don't show it to me. And I guarantee you that's a recipe for a disaster. I wish I can speak with her. Out of everybody I said let me speak to, I would like to speak to her. And I notice here she got hashtag relationships, hashtag marriage, hashtag USA, hashtag China. What the hell over here in the United States where you got China on there for? What you looking for, a Chinaman undercover? Hashtag Nigeria. So you're Nigerian. Oh, I need to look you up. Hashtag husband, hashtag wife, hashtag OTA. You're Nigerian. So that's why you're trying to lean your culture over here. You women over there, I don't know what type of respect you get over there because I'm not from there. All I know is when I meet a lot of Nigerian women that I've met, they're very submissive and they got to go along with what the husband say, not over him. I feel like for me, we need to go along with what each other say. We need to pick our battles. We need to have our floor at different times. Go back and look at the video where I said, why do men feel they should get 51% and a woman get 49% when we're basically holding the house together? You're bringing your income in as well as I'm bringing my income in. But baby girl, did you not see the stats? Go to the census, look it up on your own. Men are not making but 6% more than you. I want to see where all these high class men at with these 1,000 comments. That's why, okay, I see you got some comments over here. One man said, as a man who has come to maturity doing well for himself, yet, this is 200% correct. Yeah, it's 200% correct because you get to take over a woman's life. You get to have this woman cater to you. You get to have this woman on her knees bending over backwards. Y'all done lost y'all damn mind. And I'm noticing men, all of these are men. She's absolutely correct. Amen. She's 100% wife quality. How do you know she's wife quality? Because she's spewing something in your ears. We're supposed to tell you what you want to hear. Go look at my other videos. There's no way I believe she's doing this. But if she's from Nigeria, I'm sure she is. But we're talking about American. I don't even know why this was sent to me. But I'll keep reading on it.
Because let me be honest with you women.
No, you're not being honest with yourself, woman. You're not being honest with yourself. I guarantee, listen, I have spoken. Y'all don't know me on YouTube. I could have brought a following that I deal with on my home basis. I could have brought them with me. I would have way more subscribers. I decided to do this organically. I decided to raise my channel the right way. I could have brought a lot of people from my lifestyle on here. I could have been past all that, but that's not what I chose to do. I chose to see how I really grow people from a natural. I don't have to bring anybody in from the past. And I can tell you with 1,000% of me, this lady is not telling you the truth. I guarantee you there are things going on in her house. She can act as innocent. Look at her. Listen. Look at her eyes. And one thing I don't do, the Lord do not lead me wrong. I am not a wrong person. Not like that. She can say what she want to say, but she will whisper a lot of stuff in my ears. And guess what? I will be right here to listen to her. Abundance Williams. I'm going to reach out to her because I would like to have a sit down with her. And I would like to do it in front of you all. And I'm going to reach out to her, and I are going to have a conversation about this same post. Because I can almost guarantee you, her talking to me, her words going to start getting slimmer and slimmer. If a man only need me for one thing, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't need that man. Because how is that man going to get that one thing from me when it's that time of the month? Don't look at my age and think I'm done with it, because I'm not. I'm very healthy. Don't be misconstrued, man. Don't go around here thinking I can't get anyone. Please stop this. You know this is not, you know good and well. Don't do that. The man messaged me and I was this much amped. You heard me see me say this much. I wasn't that much. I was this much amped to respond back to him. And I said, child, please, he know better than that. He know good and well. That's not why I'm miserable. Because I'm not miserable. That's not why I'm lonely. Because I'm not lonely. That's why I'm not single. Because I'm not single. Long as I got me, I'm not single. We don't have to rush out and find men. We don't have to rush out and get in relationships. We don't have to rush out and get married. Who said that? It's okay for the guy as a man who has come to maturity, doing well for himself, yet single. So why you get to be single? Because you're a man? It ain't enough for y'all to go around for me, baby. I'm going to tell you right now. Because I don't think the pick of the crop is nowhere here. If you want me to be real, I'm only saying it because one thing about real men, they don't show their self. And when I spot you, baby, I'm gonna tell you who you are. You better believe it. So all that talking behind your tongue, talking behind your teeth, talking behind your wigs and stuff like that, save that for her. Now, if a man only needed me for one thing, and then I must provide everything else while he bring in the money, I want him to take his money, and I would like him to move on in his own place where he can have all the abundance he need over there. I'm going to wrap this up real fast.
The men can work and
the men can work and provide, and so can women. I don't know if you're over in Nigeria wiping cars and cleaning clothes and buckets and stuff like that, but I'm going to tell you over here, we're not doing that, Miss Abundance. We're not going to be doing that. If a man can work, I want you to tell me, why can't a woman? If a man provide, I want you to tell me, why can't a woman provide? We're doing our own providing. Matter of fact, baby girl, you need to go back to the statistics. I'll make sure I post them at the end of this video. This is not me being harsh towards men, and I'm not even being harsh towards her. I'm just looking for the reality. This is not reality. Women have been beat to a pulp for a long time. We've been cooking, cleaning. We've been doing just what our ancestors were doing. We were doing just what our grandmammies was doing. We were doing just what our grandmas was doing. Things aren't the same because the men aren't the same. The men aren't the same these days. And even back then, you didn't have the best of men. You just had more respectable, submissive women. And then women came around to having their own voice. Why? Because they're footing the same amount of bills in the house. They're raising more of the children than the man. They're more of the provider in the home and going to work. So you're not going to tell me about a man work and provide. Girl, you better stay where you at and stay in your bucket of clothes.
Themselves. He does not necessarily need you to cook.
He don't need you to cook. He don't need you to clean. And that's good because I don't need him to cook and clean for me either. Therefore, why do I only need to lay on my back for him? I don't know where you picked that up from, but you on the wrong channel, honey bunny. Whoever sent me this, I'm going to make sure that I at you in this because this would never fly. I mean, but you may have submissive women out there. We call them, they're called Proverbs 31 women. You guys look it up. Look it up, all my queen kings and things. But what I'm not going to do, I'm going to be honest with you. There's nothing wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a submissive woman. The only time you have a problem with me about getting submissive, I'm not going to be submissive with the person that's not submissive with me. You don't get me to break down my walls. You don't get me to break down my barriers. You don't get me to give you all my sweetness. I tell anybody, don't take and look at me like that. You could tell I don't care what anybody say. I am a sweet honeysuckle, but I'm only a sweet honeysuckle for the right person. I'm not going to be mistreated. I'm not going to be disrespected. If I don't tell you a LIE, I don't expect you to tell me one. If you don't want me to cheat on you and have multiple men, I don't need you to cheat on me and have multiple women. And you may think I'm kidding, Queen Kings and things, but I've never been through it. I swear I'm amongst that 1%. I've never been through it. I honestly don't know how it feels. I have so many friends. I have so many family members. I don't think I have a friend or a family member that have not been through the cheating and stuff like that. I haven't been through it. I don't know how it feels to have to argue against another woman, or my husband was doing this. My marriage, for me, I put my marriage on hold. It had nothing to do with another woman. It had nothing to do with me cooking, honey, because I own the rest. I am a cooking woman. I like to cook. I like to clean. I like to be cute. At times I'll be mute. That's a part of being submissive. But why should I give all my good honeysuckle to a man that's giving it away to other people, don't want to make a good dinner for me, don't know how to open the door for me, not taking me out and fine dining, hey, listen, if you want to fine dine at McDonald's for me, why can't we go to McDonald's here and there? That's a laugh. Those are memorable moments. I don't want anyone to get me misconstrued. It has nothing to do with a breakup for me. What it has to do for me is a makeup. That's where women inside, we need to start making up from inside, but we don't need stuff like this to make us feel more inferior. I'm not going to be inferior to a man. I'm not going to be submissive to a man who's not the same with me. It has to apply both ways. I'm not going to get in a house and be so miserable because all I'm doing is cooking, cleaning, kids, laying on my back, and I'm going to work too, and you barely take me out to dinner, and then you walk in the damn door before me. You don't know how to sometimes come and hold my door open, because guess what? The type of woman that I am, because I get cute like that, it's times where I like to go and open the door. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Don't misunderstand who I am. And the men that send me videos, all they do is let me know that there's a one-track mind there. And they didn't even really pay attention to the video because they were too busy being macho and masculine. I don't know what the hell she talking about, cooking and cleaning, Boo Bear, but listen, let me send my man to your house. Cater to him, please, and keep him too.
Clean and have sex. Because
girl, I don't know why this woman sounds so weird to me, because what happened when your old sex get old? What happened when you don't feel like cooking at night and your monthly is on, so you can't do either one? Whose job is it to get it done then? Stop trying to teach women to be Proverbs 21 women when they're not happy with the man already. Well, instead of trying to do things like that, you need to get to the core of women and men's problems, period. I would love to I may even start doing a section where I would love for the men to call in. I would like to switch this up. I would like for men to call in. I'm going to set up something on my channel where I would like for men to call in to me. These same ones that had their comments and stuff like that, call in to me. And then again, you never know. You may call in to me and I may give you an answer as to how you can save your wife or save your marriage. When you're dealing with someone and that person just isn't for you because you've outgrown each other, you've just outgrown them. It doesn't matter how much of a Proverbs 31 woman you are. When a man want to do what he want to do, you can cook, you can clean, you can suck them up, eat them up, lay them down, rub them, hold on. You could do all of that. But when he's out there, or he have someone else that he's dealing with, or his mind is over there because he want to commit adultery, I don't give a damn how much filet mignon you got on the stove. He don't want it. Come on, lady. You're not being realistic here. I don't know what the rules are over in Nigeria. I don't know if your husband is Nigerian, if you're Nigerian. I know you guys have different cultures and stuff that you live by over there. I mean, you got to pay the woman a dollar or something like that to buy women and all kind of stuff like that. In order for you to have this woman, you got to pay a certain amount of money and all that type of stuff. Okay, we don't do that in the United States. It's illegal. I'm going to listen to a couple more seconds of you, honey, but you ain't telling me nothing I need to hear.
Can get sex from multiple women.
And they already get it from multiple women if that's that type of man. So it don't matter what I do or say. He can get it from multiple women, which a lot of times that's what they do. I would like a woman to leave in the comment, have you ever been, is there a woman that can honestly say, and you can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but the truth is within yourself. Leave me a comment if you're a woman that's never been through it before. If you're a person that's ever been through a man committing adultery on you or anything like that, I want to send it to me. If you have it. If you have, okay. Or you can, hey, leave that in the comment as well, because you never know, you might help someone else. But a man gonna have sex with whoever he want to. A man gonna sleep around just like a woman gonna do the same thing too, but a woman get labeled differently. So if he want to go out and he want to have sex with someone else, that means he's not for you. You guys aren't, you're not connected. Or just because a man say, oh, you know, I'm used to multiple women. If you agree to multiple women, damn it, then you agree to the multiple women. I've never agreed to that. I don't even know how it feel. But I know one thing. I would never tell a woman to stay with a man just because you got to fit the shoe for him. What about him fitting the shoe for you? Woman, go.
It out. A lot of them can cook and clean.
And if a lot of them could cook and clean, why don't they cook and clean for us? And men, if it don't apply, don't reply. Not coming at me the wrong way, but you can. I can take it. I'll accept it. But I'm not being funny. If a lot of men can cook and clean, why do they get in a household with a woman and act like they can't? Now, maybe you should talk to your favorite men and let them know if you want a woman to be submissive or act like they're Proverbs 31 material, then we need them to act like they some sort of submission as well. Next.
Taught them, or they can pay someone to get it. So
let them go ahead and pay someone to get it. They only making 6% more than me. So if they other 6% can go toward buying stuff from other women and stuff like that, child, let them go and buy. How long is that gonna get old? Or how soon are you gonna be broke? So if a man want to go and they want to do what they have to do, I can only recommend that. But if a man really care about you, he's not going anywhere. He's going to deal with you through flaws. They're going to work things out. And he's going to probably ask this woman, is there something, what have I done? What can we correct? See, a man that's on top of the surface is not going to understand that. Watch the comments I get from some of these men. I'm here for it. But you, I'm not here for you, boo.
Go past what the culture is telling him.
Going past the culture. That's what you're saying, because in the United States, we don't talk about cultures. So you're talking about the culture from your country. If that's what you all do over in your country, you cook and clean and you Proverbs 31 and you do this right here and you do that over there and you make sure it's plate fixing, you wash the plate, you give him a spoon, and then you come back and bring him a fork, and when he need a knife, you go back and get the knife, and then you come back and bring him his napkin and stuff like that. But if you were any kind of woman, honey, you'd have had everything on his plate and his stuff on the side when you took it the first time. I don't want to hear anything about a culture. Over here, our culture is to love our husbands, but we need them to also love us back.
And choose to have a wife.
And if he choose to have a wife, that means I chose to have a husband. It's not one person's choice. I don't care if you got 50,000 comments there. I notice all the comments you have here is all men. These are all men comments here. These are all men. So we got Robert, we got ABC Boys, we got this one, we got somebody. All of these are men. I see one lady, Kimberly Ford. She said, having no love, support, or affection will make you feel alone in a marriage. Can you imagine all alone in a blessed union? This is so true. She must be saying it's so true to a part of this, because all of it, this won't apply to me. And ladies, if y'all out there and y'all happy in y'all marriages and y'all glad that you're Proverbs 31 women, I'm not knocking you for that. I'm only telling you, if you're not getting the same thing in return from a man, how could you give it? That's my point. Another man says she is absolutely right on. She gets it. Thank you. Life is so simple. Life is simple long as we're making it simple for you. But what about the hardness that I'm going through? What about you participating in the house and stop using your job as an excuse for acting like that? What about a lot of women that's in the house doing everything that they're supposed to do and they're still lonely? Why would a woman be lonely in a house with children, family, and they're married? And it's supposed to be a happy union. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. So why is it everybody else is in the house happy except this woman? The one that's the real neutral in the family. The one that really brings the house together. The one that really makes your holidays are together with the family. Why is she the only one in the house crying out for someone to notice that she's hurting inside and she's lonely? The first person should notice that is her. And she did. That's why she's crying inside. She just don't know how to cry out loud. The next one should notice is the husband or the mate. And when they stop noticing you, it's a real gunfight.
Real simple reason. Because with a wife, you can now have love.
So with a wife, you can have love. This is a tongue-twisting twangler. She is a tongue-twisting twangler where I really can go in on this, but I'm not going to, because you know me, I can stop you on every single sentence. So in a marriage, it's the woman's job to make sure that she do everything right so that this man can be happy and now have love. And then she could join in with his happiness and have love too. There's no other way I can articulate this comment. You got to be kidding me, lady. But I know you're not kidding me, because when you're from another country, that's the reality to it.
You can have support.
The only way that I can have support in my husband, again, is if I do all of this stuff. And I need to make sure he's happy. And then I can be happy too. Okay, so I'm giving him love. I'm giving him support.
You can have affection.
And affection. So I got to give him everything that he need. And who really have the affection? Because at that goddamn point, somebody wore out tired. I'm wore out tired of making sure my husband is everything and I'm still lacking. I would definitely like to speak with her. And I would like to be on live where you can see that both of us are together. I don't know where she's from. I don't know how she came up with this. But if that's her lifestyle, I'm not saying nothing other than big ups to you. But I can tell you this. That is not the reality for a woman that's broken inside and lonely. If a woman is broken inside and they're lonely, there's nothing you're going to do to tell me that they're going to continue to give this man everything that they have in them. And they're still not getting up anything back. You can have all the men on your side if you want to, but let me go in your home. I guarantee you there's some loneliness and some lack thereof.
If that is not what you're leading with,
how is that leading one way or the other? Both should already be on the same page. What do you mean? Are you basically saying that women don't come in a marriage with affection, love, and attention? Are you saying women don't do that? I'm confused when it's normally the other side around. It's not too many men can say a woman don't give them the love and affection. A lot of men come, oh, I don't have sex the same way. Or they come up with all kind of other reasons because they're looking to go out there and get in the ocean with the new fish. Again, I hear problems in your relationship and I wish I could talk to you. I hear problems in her relationship. Whenever you go to praising a person that much and you're not giving yourself any kind of fight in the battle, it's something wrong. She's giving too much of trying to get, it's like she's trying to get satisfaction from a man. She's trying to get, it's a word I'm trying to use. She's trying to really be heard. And she's really trying hard in her marriage. I feel bad because I don't think that she's getting everything out of her marriage that she really want.
Relationships with men is love, support, nurturing.
Relationship with men is love. So why is there so many women that's lonely and they've been in marriages? So I wonder what happened with Judge Mathis' wife. Attention. I wonder what happened with Lala, Anthony, Carmelo's wife. Nurturing. I wonder what happened with Shawnee O'Neal. All these ladies are taking care of their kids. They're raising families. I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened, why they got tired of giving everything that they could give to someone who didn't even want them anymore. I wonder what happened. So basically what you're saying is you're supposed to just leave yourself out. When does a man have to turn around and spend time with you mentally other than just physically? When do a man need to turn around and spend that type of time with you? Women are on different levels. That's why women come with soft skills. Those are called soft skills.
Respect. This.
Respect. Are you kidding me? Are you talking about the respect that every other video I look at on social media shows a black man bashing a woman? Probably your husband, but he behind your back saying it? Are you kidding me? Is that the respect? Like you said, this is why? Is that the respect? I don't know what planet Pluto that she came off of, but it's not on Earth. When we start getting men that treat us in a manner that they would want someone to treat their mom, I believe relationships would be like they used to. Well, I don't know if I want a relationship like it used to be, honey, because I'm not going to get out there with that tin bucket. And you better put them damn clothes in the washer and put the timer on them. I got some tired. I'm not doing all of that. I send my clothes to the dry cleaners. I'm not doing that back in the day. But guess what? I do get up and I cook. I do get up and cook. And the good part about me, I'll get up and cook. And even if I cook a good enough dinner, I'll make sure that my husband get a plate. I mean, what else you want from me? That's my way of extending the olive branch. I don't know where this came from, but I'm not knocking her either, because if that's how it is in her house, big ups and kudos to her. But I don't know how many houses is like that. I want her to be realistic and come up out the church house. And because half of the time, that's where all the sinning come from.
Why your husband is now pulling away, because in the beginning.
No, your husband is pulling away because your husband wants to pull away. Because in the beginning, he was getting everything he wanted, and then he got tired of it. So my husband would pull away. I don't know, those husbands, to me, they go to pulling away because they get tired of you. They come up with their own things now. And that means a part of those things, a lot of times it be other women. Now they got their bros. Now it's football season. Right after football season, now it's basketball season. Right after basketball season, then it's bro code season again. Right after bro code season again, then you got your alibi because you got to go and see your wife in between, your girlfriend in between all those cuts. So now you got a wife at home that you know is going to be there. You got a wife at home that you know is already cooking and cleaning. You got a wife at home that you know going to take care of those kids. So now you get to roam the plane. You get to roam the plane freely, and you're going to tell me about in the beginning, women don't change like that, Boo Bear. I don't know. Wait, again, you're from another country, so I'm about to wrap this video up. We've already seen it a multitude of times, and I don't hear her saying anything that I can even, there's nothing for me to say. I totally disagree with the video, but I'm not going to disagree enough to say if there's someone out there that have this type of a perfect marriage, and you got time to just cater to your husband, and be a lack thereof when it comes to yourself, I say big ups to you. Because that's not the, I thought that this was a video of reality. This is the video of a Proverbs 31 woman. Let's understand Proverbs 31 woman. That means you deal with anything your husband dish out. When he leave, you get on your knees and you pray about it, and you pray him back home. But you also get up off your knees and go to work. I don't know how many Proverbs 31 women we have out there. If you want to give me a clear-cut definition of it, because I got as clear and cut as I need it to be, I will become a Proverbs 31 woman as long as I could get that type of man. It has to work in the same direction for me. Some women would prefer to have a man over them and tell them what to do and put that finger on them and thump them in the forehead when it's not right. I don't know. That's just not my lifestyle. I'm a person that like to speak freely. As long as I do it within respect and I do it within boundaries, and that's vice versa. Maybe I need to bring my husband on the show so he could tell you what type of woman I really am. Very sweet. I'm sweet like honey. I can't help it. That's why I'm a chatterbox. Don't let this fool you. I don't know. I can only tell you this, ladies, gentlemen, all my queen kings and things. If this is what you want to do in your life, if this is the type of lifestyle that you want to live and you want to be a Proverbs 31 woman, I tell you to do what you got to do. All you got to do is, hey, the Lord is in your heart. All I tell you, if you love your neighbor, then you're abiding by the 10 commandments. Anything else is for show. I don't agree with the video. It's not for me, and I'm not doing it unless it's done back. This your girl, Queen Dee Dee with Dee Dee Said It. Like, share, comment, subscribe. If you don't do anything else, I say just get to know me, baby. I'll be back with the next video.